straightforward reviews. It's been a while. I haven't had any videos, especially a guide. So today's guide is something called retrieval-based voice conversion. So what you do is you grab a audio recording of someone speaking, then you'll train a voice somewhere else, and then you'll use that trained voice to change that audio into whatever voice. So you can do Mr. Beast's voice, like I'll do this talking and then I'll use Mr. Beast's voice to just change this into his vocals. And the reason I'm doing this, and I'll be doing a Windows version of it as well, because I've got the newest 50 series RTX 50 series card, it's a 5080, and it has a lot of issues. So even on the Mac it has a lot of issues, even though everyone online is like, click this and that's it, you know. It doesn't work like that. So I've installed it as proof of concept. I'll be showing you how it'll work. So this is just me creating a shortcut instead of me doing everything. It just launches everything itself, and then hopefully just jump into the thing go. All right, now so I have Mr. Beast's voice. Okay, then here I'll be using something like a different vocal. Okay, all right, let's do this one instead. All right, and I'll make the name a bit easier. Okay, so now just copy the path again, go in here, select all, remove the commas, okay, and then convert, and that should work just fine. So that'll change it to Mr. Beast's voice. So let's listen to the first the actual one. I think that's enough to get a gist of it, so let's see what it's done. Let's go down to here. I don't even know your name, yet you haunt my soul. A shadow of... Given it doesn't sound too Mr. Beastie, okay, so let's try this one that I've trained on my voice. Okay, and let's try that one, and you can play around with these things and have a bit of a read of it, but this is just a proof of concept. I'm not here to like do a guide on it. Okay, so my thingos don't work, the ones I've trained on my PC. So but you get it, like it's working on here. And the guide, if you guys are interested in the guide, happy to do that for you guys. Right, deactivate the environment, exit, and then close it. All right, so what you need to do first of all is have Xcode installed. So Xcode is installed. All right, so after you've installed Xcode, so by the way, I couldn't get this working. This is not sponsored by Grok or XAI. I'm not huge like that. Wish it was done by them, but this is not sponsored by them. So install Xcode, and I'm guessing most of this stuff I'll skip through it, that you know what you're doing. So Xcode, you just go onto App Store and just search Xcode. It's free, you just download it over here, very simple. Then what I want you to do is, let's give this a close as well. What I want you to do is go into Homebrew. If you haven't got it yet, go into Homebrew, just copy that, paste it, and then in the end of after it's finished installation, which takes a bit of time, you need to read, like it'll say that you need at the very end, like maybe 5-6 lines, it'll say you need to cut and paste this to activate it or whatever for it to work properly. If you do not do that, it won't work. Okay, so you need to do that. Homebrew. After you've installed Homebrew, I wish I still had this running, but I could have done this, but this took me hours upon hours of getting this to work, you know. So then what you need to do is get Python installed to check your Python version. Let's see what version I have. Okay, great, no Python. Okay, let's try Python 3. All right, so mine is 3.9.6. okay, and the reasoning for that is because this works really well with anything below 10 or 10, so 3.9 is okay. So I have that version installed. So Grok was saying that you need 3.9 or 3.10, so I've installed that. That's great. Homebrew is installed. After installing Homebrew, you get Python. Now, looking at Python, it can be a bit challenging. So if you don't know what to do, go to download Python, okay? And then it gives you this option, and then it's really confusing. So all I want you to do is come down, okay? Looking for a specific release, and just go that's the latest, and bang, download that. Or you can even go into your format, okay? And then it gives you each of them. All right, so then you've got 12, you've got 12 here, you've got 11, and you can come down to 10, you know, and just download the universal installer for Mac OS, or you can go 9 even, you know, 9 was released back then. So just click on, so for example, for my case, I just did this, and you don't want Intel, you want the universal one. So if you have Intel, obviously you do the Intel one, but if you've got the M1 chip, you do the universal one. After that, what I want you to do is, after that's been installed, you need to install Git. So have a look at Git's version. So I've got Git 2.5 installed, and you can install whatever version you want. All right, so after you've installed Git, so you just install it by brew install Git. All right, that's how you install it. And Python, you obviously download the exe or macOS file and just install that, and then you use brew to install FFmpeg. Okay, this is really important. Without this won't work. So things like face fusion and all this face swapping ones, I've got a guide on the channel how to install face fusion on M1 or M based Apple Silicon based computers. So if you want to have a look at that, that's available for you there. By the way, I won't heavily edit this video. Let me know if the and ahs are annoy you, because normally what I'll do is I'll spend a lot of time. This is why I can't do too many videos, because I spend so much time editing it and getting all the and ahs and blanks out to kind of get a concise, to the point video for you guys. So let me know if you guys want me to keep doing it, or do you like it like this without, whereas I can pump out a bit more videos in that case. Now, download RVC, you can go wherever you want. All right, so I haven't gone to desktop, so what I did was I have installed it in documents. Okay, so if you go to documents, RVC is installed over here. So what you can do is you can either follow this, so git clone or you can just copy that, okay, or you can just Google it, either or. All right, you can go here, and you can obviously have to be signed in to do this way, and you can download zip file. This way you can exactly extract what you want where you want it. All right, so I've extracted that and put it in RVC. All right, in the RVC folder. So that's what I've done over here. So after you git clone it, so where you want it, so if you go to CD, like me, you go to documents and then create a folder, and or you just git clone it into there, and it'll have a generic folder based called a retrieval-based voice conversion WebUI, but that if you make a shortcut later on like I did, you'll need all of this in there, or if you're running it every time, you need to punch all of this in there. So that's really annoying compared to RVC, you know what I mean? So that's why I've done RVC. Then you CD, and you need to put all that in there to go into that folder. After you've gone into that folder, you install Poetry if you want. Okay, I didn't do it. Do not install Poetry if you want to follow my guide specifically. I didn't install this. I skipped this over, and then I went and downloaded all the model files. So you'll really need to look into this. So if you go in here, the issue you'll have is it's all in Chinese, and if you speak Chinese, fantastic. I don't speak Chinese, so this doesn't make much sense for me. But what you can do is, it doesn't let me do it, but if you go into translate.google.com, all right, just copy this, and it'll make a bit more sense. Go into websites and just do that and enter. It'll take you to this page, and it's the same exact page, just translated into English, and it makes a bit more sense when you're running it. So all of this stuff is very, very Windows based, because CUDA is NVIDIA's stuff. So this is an N card, is NVIDIA card. This is AMD card. This is AMD with such and such. These are Linux based. You know, this is an integrated card for integrated cards, and this is to install Poetry. What you do afterwards, okay? So this is for Mac OS, okay? So let's go back to RVC. So where did it go? Yep, there we go. Let's go back to Grok, I mean. And what you need to do is you need to download some models. Now, it'll tell you to do this here, but that doesn't work for Mac. It clearly says it's for Windows users. That's why I had the Install FFMpeg thing. Okay, so this won't work for Mac OS, but you do need it. Okay, so you need to install it like that. Then you need to download both of these and put them in the right area. Okay, and from memory, because I've got this working a while ago, I get into a rut where if I can't install something, I'll hammer at it till I get it installed. Then I get so, it might take me a week of coming from work and just working on it, that I'm so buggered that I don't even play with it anymore, and I just test it obviously, but then I don't get to a video. I wish I had done this video immediately. I would have remembered it a lot better. But these two are the files that I would highly recommend to download, and I'll find out where I've kept them. So I think they're in assets, and they're in weights. No, so weights, assets, weights, and that's where you put your files in. And voice models, voice MODL AI. So if you Google voice, yeah, this is the one. So voice-models.com is where you can find all your pre-trained voices. So if you do Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. So you've got, and they tell you, so 500 epochs is okay, you know, this is pretty good. 250 is a bit low in my opinion. You can't go wrong. And look, you can download all of them, then play around and see which one gives you the best results. So when you download them, this is where it needs to go, the PTH file and the other file that it comes with. I think it comes with 2 files. Now, looking in assets, you need to make a new folder called RMVP if it's not there, and that is where you will be downloading this file. Okay, so this file goes in there. All right, then you need a whole bunch of other downloads, which I don't remember where it is. These models. Okay, so these are the other models you need to download. All right, so in assets, make another folder called pre-trained v2. So pre-trained v2, and then download all of this. So if you go to click, like they've said, oh, I shouldn't have clicked that here, because there you go. All right, it's not working anymore. Anyways, so if you go to pre-trained, all right, 2, then make that folder, download all of these into that folder like I have. Then what you need to do is you need to get another, don't worry about this one, go into pre-trained and download all of this as well into pre-trained. Okay, then you need to make a folder called Hubert, and you will, I think I had issues with Hubert, I couldn't find Hubert, but instead of having Hubert here, which would make sense, what they have done obviously makes sense to them. The Hubert file is here. Okay, so you need to download this file into that folder, Hubert-based. Without it, it won't work. And I think you need the Hubert-based inputs. I'm not too sure. I think it was there already. And that's all. So those are the ones that you need. The rest, you don't worry about. You need a weight file as well. And you also need an original file where you want it to copy and transfer it to. Okay, so after you've downloaded them, made sure they are in the right areas, your job is basically nearly done. Okay, so what then you'll need to do is you need to run. Okay, so let's see what these guys say. Okay, so yeah, you need to run this. All right, so I'll see what my shortcuts does, because I don't remember it still. Edit. Okay, so yeah, so it tells terminal to go into this file, okay, and then create a vin, a environment, and then run the shish file. But we haven't made an environment, so let's see what we're missing over here. So I think I've missed a step with you guys over here. See how this doesn't talk about the environment. So you know where I was talking about you need to go in here. All right, so once in terminal, once you're here and you've downloaded all the files, what I want you to do is go back to Google, retranslate this, keep that open just in case. Okay, then you will need to create an environment. All right. Oh no, so you don't create an environment, it creates it automatically, which is fantastic. So what you do is you copy this file, that's all, this sh space dot / run.sh. So you copy that and you go into terminal, paste it, but make sure you're in that directory, that whatever directory is called where you've got RVC installed. Okay, so you need to be in there. So it needs to be this directory, you know. Okay, so if you've got this folder and another folder, and in that folder you've got this, you need to be in that folder, whatever folder that is. This not in assets, this folder, you need to be in this folder in terminal, then run that. If you get any errors, you're obviously in the wrong area, so then you need to run that command that it gave you, and it'll install all the required environments. Okay, don't worry about this, how it's got to download these assets after installation, download it before. Okay, FFMpeg, we've done all of this. All right, and NVIDIA AMD graphic cards, we're not worrying about it, we're not worrying about all this. Okay, now one of the last things that you need to do is change a file called modules.py. So py signifies that it is a Python file. I'll show you guys where it is. So you go to RVC, in your RVC folder, you go into your RVC folder, then info, okay, then modules, then VC, then you'll have it here. See how I've got two files here that have copies. So these are the copies are the actual originals, and this is what I've had to modify to make it work. So you'll need this modification. I'm happy to provide this code or the file. I think the code would be the best, so you can just have it copied onto a text file and save the text file as modules.py. Do not save it as modules.py.txt, okay? That won't work. Do the exact same thing for the second file as well. This one's not as lengthy, so it's a shorter file. It's exactly where the other one was. So utilities, yeah, utils needs to be changed to this, so don't leave any of the text behind. Make sure everything in there has been changed to this, so delete it and then change it to this. Make sure you do what I've done, just save a copy, but you don't really need to, because you can always just get it from the GitHub repo post. And yeah, that's basically it. So once that is done, you just run that and they'll have everything running for you like I've showed you. So make sure everything is downloaded. I know it's a bit hectic. I'll try, and in the comments I'll try to do this step by step and all the commands as well. If I forget and I just upload the video for you guys, please do remind me. I'm more than happy to help you guys out. Remember, this takes a lot of time for me to install and run them. There are videos out there that'll charge you an arm and a leg, saying, hey, this is what I do. I don't do that, so I just do it so I know how much somebody wants to get this installed. I'm trying to help you guys out. So what you can do is just subscribe and like the video, you know, and watch more videos. That gets it back to me. But in regards to getting this to work, follow my guide, okay? It will work. All right, guys, that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching it to the end. Take good care. Bye-bye.